And we are live.
Welcome back, folks. Before we go on, I just want to check on some sports stats. Keep myself sharp here on the sports, and I'll use my computer and just go in here. I'm going to check. Okay.
Hello, folks. Hello, KJ. Hello, Dylan.
Hey, hey, little Davey. What's going on?
I don't think you had to say little Davey, but not a lot, man. I got the pregame going in the background, ready for the big one. I've got some sparkling water here. This is great, man. Just looking to talk sports and then pick some games. We've got a special guest picker, noted intern Adam, Ghoul Adam, for the folks at home.
Okay. Celebrity guest picker. Can't wait.
I'm just going to do this again because people like it.
Yeah, people do like to see you holding a. It's like the Miller Genuine Draft stubbies, like where you have to go 4 fingers deep unnecessarily.
That masculine urge to just put that microphone in your mouth like Micah.
He's so gross with it, man.
Why is he so gross with it?
He puts his mouth on the mic.
He does. You're right. This is all
Yikes.
accurate.
Yeah.
Big yikes.
And we got Taysom Hill tonight, Dave.
Oh, no.
Big wow.
Big T Bazaar?
Yeah, Big T Bazaar. There you go. I can't even talk tonight. I am. Your boy is all in on Thursday night football, all in on college football championship week. Not in on talking.
Championship.
You see me here with my ISIS background. So if I just keep stumbling over my words and somebody in a ski mask that's not Throatzilla nor Pussy Riot shows up behind me, call it.
Hey, Jay.
You've done so much.
You got to get it under control over there, my friend.
I'm back, man. I've spent 2.5 weeks trying to get this house ready to be on the market, and photos were finally today. So it's all right, done. I've done all I can. Well, it's the universe's job now. Let's effing go.
I'm in full pack mode over here, getting ready for my move, and I'm miserable. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. It's the worst time of my life. Packing to move is the worst.
And now you've got all this extra dog stuff. You've got kids stuff. A brand new smoker,
and because Bay's furniture is nicer than mine, I have to get rid of 85-90% of everything I own, and that's a headache too. I have to find a home for all this stuff. I'm trying to sell my good furniture and give away the crap. It's not a good situation over here.
Yeah, that's why I hit y'all with the swap meet on Monday morning. I was like, hey, I've got all these items if anybody needs any of this shit, because what I don't want to deal with is Facebook Marketplace, which is good in theory, but then you've got 3 days of just communicating in 2-word sentences with people to show up to pick up shit. And I'm I don't have time for that.
Yeah.
Either come get it or don't.
Can I just call somebody out really quick?
Go ahead.
Can Twitter's own Luka Doncic, also known to some as Landry, known to more people as the guy who had a poor internet connection, stop sending us Ghislaine Maxwell tidbits mid-pod, because dude, I'm a dog with a shiny object or whatever, or a car driving by. I'm gonna chase it.
Okay. Anything good?
I don't know. I mean, it's a tweet. You have to click the tweet and look at the text. It's a Reddit thing, so it's probably good. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out my big boy stack.
It's got sticky notes that at best. Well, we've got a lot to get to, and the Cowboys are playing, so let's be efficient tonight. Do we have anybody to tell the good people about, or are we diving right in?
That is a very, very good question. We were going to tell them right before dip picks, and I'm so glad you reminded me.
Excellent. Well, while you're doing that, Dylan and I, just before the pod started, we're talking about this little thing called labor strike, labor shortage. No. A lockout. There we go. All these buzzwords. I feel like CNBC reporting that the MLB is now in a labor dispute with the players union. First effective lockout since 1994. F-boy Rob Manfred put out a big written statement, as he did, to kiss the butts of all the owners. But what I didn't realize on Monday is it was really the impetus to get all of those big contracts signed in short order as quickly as they were, because people were fighting the deadline that went into effect, I guess, midnight yesterday morning. So yeah, I guess Dylan, as a baseball guy, do you recall or do you care at all when baseball goes into like strike mode, or does this impact your interest in the game at all?
Yeah, so the strike you mentioned of 94, I was a child. I do remember it, actually. Yeah. I am old enough to remember the strike. Dave, don't make that face. I was probably too young to like really be affected by it. I was obviously like a big baseball guy and I watched it, but I remember being like, as a kid, like, these guys are so rich. Like, what's the problem? Just go play baseball. I didn't really understand what was going on. The regular season doesn't do much for me. So as long as they figure some shit out in time to have, an actual playoff situation, it's not going to affect me too much. I don't know how people like get up for 162 games in the regular season, but playoff baseball is very exciting. So,
well, it's almost truck day in some parts of the country. So, pitchers and catchers will be surprised before you know it.
Look, if you can't get up for each and every game, and I'm talking spring training too, what goes on in Surprise or wherever, then don't come in here trying to talk baseball, because you're not like me. We're different. We're not the same. And this lockout does affect me because I'm ready. Rangers are making moves. We're spending money. It's funny, man. I thought y'all were sleeping on us. You thought we were going to do like a 7-year rebuild. No, it's like a 3-year rebuild. How about that?
$531 million that the Rangers spent. Locking
Didn't know we had it like that.
Yeah.
Who did?
I know who knew they had it like that. All of the taxpayers of Arlington, who basically put a similar bill to build the stadium for the Rangers. And the Rangers were like, all right, well, fuck it. We don't have to pay for that. Might as well pay for some players here soon. So shouts to the city of Arlington and Myles Garrett for no other reason. Funny thing that did come out of is because of this, the MLB on their website basically had to take down the likeness and the images of players on their website. So they've put up like these essentially like Twitter egg profile pictures or silhouettes of players when talking about players in the stories on their website. So to be smartasses, various players throughout the MLB have changed their Twitter profile back to generic silhouette photo just to lean into it. So thought that was funny, or cheeky, as the lads would say. But nobody had us, leading off with baseball in the middle of college football championship weekend.
We're the only podcast that has the guts to talk baseball in depth.
Absolutely. One thing that happened after the show on Monday, Brian fucking Kelly.
I'm sad that we were not ground floor on this, because it's all the good jokes have been made about Brian Kelly, like trying to recruit in the state of Louisiana. And, I mean, so if you like those jokes, go check Twitter because they're there. But it is funny, and it was completely unexpected. But I don't know if you listen to what the college football insiders say, he's been thinking about it for a while. Not LSU necessarily, but maybe looking to make a move.
Are LSU fans, how excited are they about this? He's obviously a good coach. I mean, his winning percentage is up there with anybody, right? He seems like a very unlikable guy, generally speaking. Doesn't have a championship. I don't know. What do they think about this?
I don't know why I can't keep this guy's name out of my mouth, but he seems like Gary Patterson with a grad degree, like just a little more cleaned up, refined Gary P. Like, he just seems red ass to the highest degree. But given that LSU has won 2 national titles with undeniably 2 terrible coaches, like
Les Miles, Ed Orgeron,
like they didn't win anywhere else, or even close to winning anywhere else. They're good rah guys, but like Les Miles, not that he was expected to like dominate at Kansas, but I think that Lance Leopold's won more games than Les Miles did like in 3 years, just the last year or so, than what Les Miles did up in Kansas. So I think with a good coach and eventually he'll build a good staff, it's just so weird to have somebody leave when your team has more than a realistic shot of being in the college football playoff.
Pretty
So
shocking.
for him to get forced to make that decision before this weekend completed is bizarre to me, because I think it's going to greatly impact his ability to build a staff. Cincinnati's already trying to decide or suss out whether or not they're going to keep Marcus Freeman, their D coordinator, who came from Ohio State, came from Cincinnati, on Luke Fickell's staff. Young guy, 35 years old, to be their head coach. He's only been at Notre Dame 1 year. My thought is he'd be a perfect fit at Cincinnati, and Luke Fickell would be a perfect fit at Notre Dame, but apparently he's good enough for a recruiter where they want to keep him tight. So that's just wild to see the fallout from that.
Hey, is Stella drinking water or is somebody getting sloppy steaks tonight?
Stella's very thirsty right now, Dave. She likes to wait for the live stream to just
Thirsty
go to town
gal.
on there. Yeah.
My wife. Hey,
See,
So-
you're the one who made her paranoid about it. Like, I don't think anybody would have noticed that she walked by.
no, it's okay. I'm just breaking balls. I didn't know much about Freeman, but he's been a DC one other time? Was he the DC at Purdue, or was he just the linebacker coach at Purdue?
No, he was the Cincinnati defense coordinator. So he helped build
He's
up.
the one.
It's been dominating, basically.
Okay. I don't know. I don't really know, outside of internet friend TC. I don't really know any Notre Dame fans, so I don't really know how to check the pulse of like what that move does for them. Let me just say, this is the only time I will root for them to be in the playoff, because just the storyline is so funny.
Yeah.
I get, maybe it's only funny to us, but just I guess he leaves and they go to the playoff, and God, if they should win a game, it would just be amazing.
Or say they commit to Marcus Freeman, they sneak in, they play Georgia, and Georgia stomps them. And it's just like, oh, wait,
Mhm.
did we need Luke Fickell? What did we screw up here?
He lost the team.
Wild thing, I went back and looked at Cincinnati's schedule, or not schedule, just record over the last year or two. Cincinnati's lost 4 games over the last 3 years, 2 of them to Memphis a couple of years ago. But other than that, they lost to Ohio State, I believe, at Ohio State. And then they lost last year in the bowl game to Georgia, 21-24. So in January of this calendar year, 21-24 to Georgia. So Cincinnati gets in. I mean, they brought back like 21 or 22 starters. Like they've still got talent. So hopefully they don't screw it all up this weekend. I don't really care about OU fans. There's still no word out there on what they're doing. I think it's between Brent Venables and maybe the D coordinator out of Georgia. But damn, their fans are a bunch of.
There's
I've got s- Go ahead.
go ahead,
Dylan.
Dave.
Sorry.
Yeah, there's some booty chatter about I love that phrase. About Lincoln Riley possibly recruiting to USC while still on staff at OU.
Yeah.
And that could be some kind of violation of his contract or something along those lines. And it's going to be a fun message board fallout. Man, that the Matt Rule rumor was apparently just that, a rumor, but it made me pucker up a little bit.
That came
Yeah.
out real quick.
My inside source at OU said that
T-Man.
Rules people, Matt Rule. I don't ever burn a source, dude. I'm a real journalist. I'm Dave Greenwald. What? He said that Matt Rule's people did reach out. They reached out to OU about it.
Okay. Yeah, I
That's-
mean,
And it was like a done. Everybody thought it was a done deal. And I guess who was it who had that tweet? Was it Feldman? One of those guys had a tweet saying no. But apparently it was a package deal, Brady and Rule, which I don't know. We've talked about it a number of times that Brady doesn't like recruiting. So that kind of seems like an interesting move to go back to recruiting.
that would be a terrible thing to get out. And even if he said it and he meant it, like that's just a bad mark. Like at some point, the money or the check's going to be big enough to come back to college, and you don't want that following you around. At some point in time, you told somebody you hated recruiting.
No,
Other
Ian.
notes: Rocky Mendenhall head coach at UVA, is stepping down after 6 years up there. Virginia, decent enough job to consider. And then Adrian Martinez still had eligibility after 38 starts and is transferring out of Nebraska. We'll get into the games this weekend during Dip Picks. Wanted to also quickly touch on the NFL because this week sucks as far as the schedule goes because Cowboys play tonight. Packers have a bye. The best game I would say is on Monday. I think it's the Bills Patriots. And then Antonio Bryant got caught with a fake
Brown.
Sport. And damn it, every time.
Antonio Bryant.
Dude,
Dude, he's a good Cowboy for a couple years.
Pittsburgh's finest.
He's such a scumbag, man.
It's so stupid. Like,
It's so stupid.
Hey, KJ, you left out one thing when you brought up Gary Patterson, and that, of course, is the message board booty chatter. And maybe he's looking at a university on 35 that is not Baylor, that is not my Harry Butt or Mary Hardin Baylor,
not UNT.
not UNT. It is the University of Texas, Austin, Dylan, in some capacity. To which I say, talk about kneecapping your head coach, who's already on the hot seat, hired Gary Patterson, DC.
That was more than message board chatter. I believe that was an article posted on the Inside Texas website, which has actual writers behind it. A little red ass would probably be good for the culture of the University of Texas football program. But you're right.
Sweat ass or red ass?
To bring him in under Sark would be an interesting move.
It could be really good, though. I mean, it's not like Sark hadn't worked with the highest of order of red asses with Saban, so it could work out.
We'll see.
Let's hop into Dip Picks. We can talk about the Cowboys there, unless you have any thoughts. We didn't talk about on Monday, and it's past 24 penalties. Should we see more tonight?
Uh-oh, I lost audio.
Oh no.
I hear you, KJ. Hey, what's up?
Now.
I'm feeling. Look, I'm more during my big boy stack, but I'm feeling pretty confident in this thing tonight and what's going to happen. Dylan, are we good?
Yeah, we're good. I got audio back.
Okay, that's not.
Juliet.
Look, here's my mic stand. It snaps and it doesn't always stay.
You think that's that's Juliet's real last name?
It is. It is for now, at least.
Jesus. I award you one bonk.
She's engaged.
0 days.
So, David, let us know about that sponsor's decision, and then let's get our.
Well, let me just tell you this, guys. It's a no-brainer. New customers our friends at DraftKings can go to DraftKings.com. Just download the app. New customers can bet just $1 on any game and win $100 in free bets if either team scores a point. If the sportsbook isn't available in your state, you can still get in on the action, make your first deposit, and you can play free for millions. With DraftKings Daily Fantasy Contest, DraftKings is safe, secure, and reliable. Best of all, you can deposit and withdraw your cash whenever you want. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code WASHED. Bet just $1 on any NFL game and win $100 in free bets. If either team scores a point, that's promo code WASHED. This week at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, must be 21 or older, New Jersey, Indiana, or Pennsylvania only. New customers only. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
What a consummate professional.
Yep.
Is it time?
You have no clue.
It's time. Does this set the bar for the youngest guests we've had on the live stream?
Yeah. Intern Adam is 14 years old, for the record.
Here he is, guys. The guy you wanted to go at him.
The coolest member of the Too Much Dip family. There we go. We are both unlocking doors.
Oh, what's up, player?
What's up, everybody?
How we doing, Adam?
I'm doing pretty good. It's a good Thursday to be on the Too Much Dip live stream. I'm excited to be here.
You're damn right it is.
Adam, are you all done with finals?
I just took one about an hour ago, so I'm fresh out
How'd
of
we
that.
do?
So, we'll get that grade back in a week or two. I think I'm clocked out and I'm ready for winter. I'm ready for Christmas here.
There we
Let's
go.
go.
There we
Mhm.
go. Well, Adam, we brought you on because everyone in the studio basically looked at each other and said, "Hey, we thought Randy knew the least about college football and other football picks, and he absolutely wrecked us last week." And Randy looked at you and said, "Well, look at this guy. He probably knows shit. So hopefully he can help correct the records because the guests are absolutely eating our lunch." So with that said, let's intro dip picks, do the records, and dive into it.
Ew.
Seriously?
So gross.
With an undetermined number of weeks remaining in the season. And in fact, maybe this will go on until we catch up and start beating the guests.
I like the
The
sound of
guests
that.
are ahead by a whopping 11 points at this point. David and Dylan are both tied at 66. I've got 63 points. I've creeped my way back up to 50% on the year. The guests have a record of 57 and 49, mostly bolstered by Randy going 7-2 last week. Absolutely ridiculous.
What an asshole.
Absolutely ridiculous. And not to mention, Randy picked those games in about 10 seconds. We shot him a
He really
message.
did.
Randy-
I said, the games. He goes, "Here's my picks."
Randy didn't know what a spread meant. He blindly picked Purdue, and you said, "Oh, so Purdue minus whatever it was, 15." He goes, "I don't know what that means, but yes." So that's the guy who whipped our ass last week.
Purdue won by like 35.
Yeah.
No pressure, Adam.
Well, with it being conference championship week, we're pretty much sticking to college with the exception of tonight's game of the Cowboys at the Saints. The Cowboys are favored by 6.5. David, you want to start us off?
Hold up. Weedham boys.
Okay.
Yeah, I look.
All right, go ahead.
This is your season. You can't drop 3 in a row. You can't. You just can't. I don't care. New Orleans is missing like 2 dudes on the O line. No Kamara. Who's at Taysom Hill? Yeah. Look, we got Micah Parsons. It's not a problem. I'm very confident in a 10+ point win. So give me the boys.
Wow.
I have picked the boys. I believe every time they've been on this list, and they've obviously have covered more times than not. I'm going to ride with them for the reasons Dave mentioned. We got some guys back. I think CD's suiting up tonight. Yeah, I'm all over the boys. Boys by double digits.
As my number one super fantastic favorite team in the NFL, the absolute best Dallas Cowboys of the United States. I'm so happy that they have Micah Parsons back because he has not been there every week that they have also lost games. I am picking the Cowboys.
See,
Adam.
For me, being a Dallas kind of pseudo native myself, I am pretty inclined to go with the Cowboys as well. Haven't followed them a ton this season, but kind of looking at some stats and everything that's going on before today's game, I am also going to be rocking with the Dallas Cowboys tonight.
Let's go.
Good to hear. That is good to hear. If the guests would have picked the Saints, we would have all been a little concerned at the Cowboys season. Here we go. Oregon at Utah. Pac-12 championship starts us off for college football. Utah is favored by 2.5. Number 10 Oregon versus number 17 Utah. Dylan.
Utah minus 2.5 feels right to me. I don't know. They're playing well. I like the look of that offense with Cam Rising. I got Utah.
I'm taking Oregon. Give me Oregon. Utah is definitely stepped up in big games, but I'm going to take Oregon plus 2.5. Adam.
I'm also going to be rocking with Oregon this week. I've kind of been like a low-key fan of the Ducks for a little bit, so I'm rooting for them over Utah.
You hear that? Adam likes green. David.
wow. So these two teams played a couple weeks ago, and it was an absolute demolishing. Oregon in big games. I got to ride with Utah. I think I was reading some stuff on my Utah message board saying like there might be some packages for Jaquindon Jackson. Might be some opportunities for him to get in there. We'll see. We're just gonna have to watch and just see how it plays out. But give me the Utes. Adam, what are you wearing? Why don't you show the folks at home?
Oh, okay. I'm rocking. This is a Christmas present from my grandma that I got last year. It is a very nice, very not much worn Matthew Stafford jersey, who is no longer a Detroit Lion, but I will always root for my team, even if they are 10-1 this season.
Wow.
See, the good people don't realize that Adam is a Detroit native as well. I guess went to high school in the Dallas-Fort Worth region, but Detroit is home. So, Wash Media, home to 2 Detroit Lions fans. How is that?
Oh, it's a sad season to be a Lions fan, but every season is. So I'm hoping for a turnaround at some point.
Will's a boys fan now, KJ. You're just gonna have to come to terms with it, bud.
Oh, that's true. Will and I are big, huge Dallas Cowboys fans.
Okay.
Number 9, Baylor versus Oklahoma State. Big 12 title game at AT&T Stadium. Oklahoma State's favored by 5.5. I will kick this one off. Give me Baylor to F it all up. Adam.
I'm rocking with the Cowboys over at Oklahoma State. I really like the way they've been playing this year, and their win over Oklahoma last week just gives me a lot of confidence in them. So I'm rocking with them.
David.
Still not sure what's going to happen at the quarterback position. Bohannon's not at full strength. Look, they played earlier in the season. I think Oklahoma State turned it over like 3 times. That being said, they still won by 10. So needless to say, Baylor did not capitalize on that. Damn it! I think this is going to be close. I'm going to ride with the Bears. Homer pick, total Homer pick. T-shirt fan.
It's really difficult to beat a good team twice in the same season. Cowboys are cooking right now. I think they do pull it out, but I think it's by less than 6 points.
Oh my
So
god!
I'm on Baylor.
Ow.
All three of us are on freaking Baylor. They're going to get run.
I also had to fade guest, Dave.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
Well, let's let the guests lead off for the SEC title game. Number 1, Georgia versus number 3, Alabama. Georgia's favored by 6.5 at the B-Hole Stadium in Atlanta.
Ugh. You got to stop calling it that.
Well, you're supposed to be the responsible one.
I was kind of going back and forth in this one just because these are both very solid teams, but sometimes I kind of just like to pick a name out of a hat and see which one came up. And this week I chose Alabama to beat Georgia as the number 3 seed over the number 1.
All right. Interesting.
Damn. Whoa.
David.
And you know what? Dude, I got to give props to Will. Will called it early in the season, before the season even started, that he said Alabama was going to be there late in the season. He said they're going to have a chance. And look at it, man. I mean, look, Alabama's right there. You know, you know what I mean? Will was all over this Bama team being the hot team. That being said, I don't think Bama gets within a touchdown. I'm going to ride with the Bulldogs. I know. I think what is it, 6.5? I think Georgia by a touchdown makes sense. They're the better team.
Ricky is mistaken because all B-holes are art. Let's see. Dylan, who do you have? Georgia.
I know I just said it's difficult to beat a good team twice in the same season. While I do stand by that, Georgia's just too tough. I think they win by more than 7, so I'm on UGA.
Let's see. As Pastor Troy would say, there absolutely is not any play in GA. With that said, Georgia at home, basically. Give me Georgia.
Pastor Troy reference.
Do y'all hear the ice cream truck again?
Master P reference.
It just stopped, actually. Very cool.
Which is interesting because Pastor Troy at No Limit and famously had beef. Little fun tie-in there.
I'm the ice cream man, B. I'm not going to say it. Master P.
America.
It's a little before your time, Adam.
Yeah, I'm not getting that reference.
No
American
Limit Soldiers, man.
Athletic Conference, who they're having a reunion tour. I heard a commercial on the radio the other day, and Mystical's like the second promoted person on the lineup. I'm like, did not know he was out of jail again. So,
Yeah.
go see Mystical, I guess. You know.
The tarantula.
Number 21, Houston or not at, but yeah, I guess this one's at. This is at Nippert Stadium in Cincinnati. At number 4, Cincinnati. Cincinnati's favored by 10.5. It's a lot of points. David, start us off.
The disrespect to Dana. Oh my goodness. Houston's lost to one team. You know who that one team was?
Texas Tech.
Texas Tech. What could have been? What could have been?
They were up 1-0 on that team, or 17-0 to start that game and lost.
Just absolute collapse. And I think it was in Houston too. That being said, this feels like a sucker line, but I'm riding with Houston. I'm riding with you. Look, dude, Cincinnati wins the game, but Houston's good. Houston's legit. I watch them. They can score with anybody. I think they can even score in Cincinnati.
Wow. Dylan.
Cincinnati's cooking right now. I'm on Cincy.
In spite of all the distractions with the rumors about him potentially leaving, I feel like it's not an issue because they would have a coach lined up with Marcus Freeman, even if he did depart. So Cincy's strong. That's a well-built team. Clayton Tune, way better than suspected. Houston's special teams are great, but Cincy, I think, pulls this one away by a couple touchdowns. Adam.
I think I'm also rocking with Cincinnati. I don't really have a reason for it, but I'm going with the spread here.
Go Bobcats. Why am I now like fucking anonymous?
You've been locked out by Washed Media.
I got a screenshot.
Oh,
there we go.
There it is. I don't know what happened there. And now I'm all zoomed in. Here we go. I'm struggling, people. All right. Let's wrap it up here. Michigan at Iowa, or not at Michigan versus Iowa in Indianapolis. Michigan's favored by 10.5. Dylan.
Ooh, I am on. That's a lot of points. I'm on Iowa. They keep it close, but lose.
Wow. Okay. Oh, that's wrong person. Go ahead. That's me, I guess. I'm taking Michigan. Think they ride this wave. I think Harbaugh gets them over the hump here. Adam.
I'm also rocking with the Wolverines. Go blue. I'm going for my home state. I saw them last week against Ohio State, and it was a great game. I like the way they're cooking, and I think they got it.
David.
He likes the way they're cooking, he says. Okay, Adam. Okay. I got to make up some ground on the guest. We all do, to be honest. But I don't want to do that and also like ruin my standing against the other two guys. So I'm following my heart. I've been on Harbaugh all year. No one's talking about how much I've supported Harbaugh, even after just getting an embarrassing loss at home or wherever that was, Michigan State. I'm riding with Michigan. They're the hot team. They're going to get demolished in the playoff, but give me Michigan.
All right. Lightning round for the last two. We have Pitt versus Wake Forest for the ACC title game in Charlotte. Pitt's favored by 3. I'll start us off. Give me Pitt. Adam.
I'm also rocking with Pittsburgh.
David.
Let's mix it up. I'm riding with Wake, and this, by the way, will probably be the best game of any conference championship game, and I think it's on at the same time as Michigan, and I don't think wait, what time is this game? I think it's on up against one of these big games, and it sucks because no one's going to be watching, but it's going to be good.
So you're taking
I'm taking Wake. I'm sorry.
I want to do Pitt, but I'm gonna take the opportunity to fade guest once again. I'm going Wake.
And for our final non-big boy stack,
Sunday night,
we have the Broncos at Chiefs. Sunday Night Football. Chiefs are favored by 9.5. Two teams that unfortunately beat my super fantastic favorite team in the NFL, the Dallas Cowboys. Chiefs at home, haven't played since that game. A lot of time off. Adam, who do you have?
I have a lot of family from Denver that are big Broncos fans, but I'm taking the Chiefs this week. I'm feeling that wave.
David.
I had the least fun actually contemplating this one because I'm trying to remove the thought of what the Broncos did to the Cowboys at home. It's just disgusting. 9.5 in Kansas City. at Arrowhead. I think the Broncos can keep it to a touchdown. They lose, but they cover. Give me. I'm riding with Denver.
Dylan?
The Broncos feel like a team that just should really suck, but they like weirdly don't suck that bad. I got the Broncos to cover. That's
They
analysis.
appreciate the compliment.
No, they-
I'm going to take the Broncos too here for fading purposes. David, who did you pick? I was reminding myself of my big boy stack.
The Broncos.
All right. Now let's bring it home. Big boy stacks. David.
Oh, you came to me first. You
I'll
silly,
start us
silly-
off. I'll start
No, it's
us
okay.
off.
No, you,
Okay.
look. Look. I'm gonna bow up. I'm right here. I'm not backing down. This is tough because there's not a lot to choose from in the college game, and I want to do something that's not on the grid right now. I want to mix it up. Mavs don't play tonight. That being said, give me Dallas Cowboys over. Let's go.
This guy. What is the over?
I will put it in there, but whatever it is, I had it earlier. I'm sorry. It is 45.5.
Over 45.5. Leaning on Taysom to get some points. All right. Dylan.
Yes, Lamar Jackson had one of the worst games of his career last week against the Browns. Still won the game because Baker's trash, but big time bounce back week for Lamar. Add in that Roethlisberger needs to be put out to pasture. It's sad watching him try to play the quarterback position. I'm all over the Ravens -4 at Pittsburgh.
You're calling for Ben Roethlisberger to be taken out back and euthanized.
Put out to pasture is not euthanization. It's just like, all right, go. You're done. You're done. Go live your life. Go graze
Right.
for the rest of your life.
Ride a scooter out to whatever resort it was that Will got married at.
Yes.
It was same as Jamaica.
I was looking high and low for a game as well, as David observed, and got to watch me stay on task, completely forget what I was doing, and then try to remind myself of what I was doing. And then I found myself. Last year, you'll remember Houston Baptist embarrassed the shit out of Texas Tech. The quarterback that led that was Bailey Zappi, who is now the head quarterback. The quarterback at Western Kentucky leads the nation in passing yards. They are 3.5 point dogs. No, favored over UTSA. I think they cover that. Give me Western Kentucky in the Conference USA or whatever division conference this is, Sun Belt possibly, championship game over UTSA. Western Kentucky.
Ooh, UTSA after a loss, bouncing back. Okay.
Trailer got its check. Adam, before you wrap it up for us, where can the good people find you? And are there any other podcasts where they can hear the dulcet tones of one cool Adam?
You can find me on Twitter or Instagram at Newdadam. That's NEWDADAM. I'm a producer on a couple different podcasts, so maybe you'll hear my voice every now and then, or you'll hear me get shout out on whether it's Patreon listener voicemails, Too Much Dip on occasion, mail in, anything of the sort. Just listen out for a shout out.
Excellent.
Let's go.
Do we need to get a big boy stack from Adam?
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
Dude.
Don't we need a big boy stack from Adam before he goes?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
gonna
he's
do
doing that now.
Yep.
Oh, my bad.
Dave today told me to kind of he said you can pick any game you want, and I was kind of looking high and low at some crazy stuff. I was looking at table tennis, Canadian football, even a little bit of cricket. But I kind of settled on just choosing an easy game, one that I felt confident in. I'm taking the Vikes over the Lions this weekend.
There we go.
I think it is Vikes -7 over the Lions. Even though I'm a fan, I think our season's done, and I'm just going for an easy win.
It is, Adam.
I respect that. Either way you win. Either way you win. Well, Adam,
An
we
emotional
appreciate it. Exactly. We appreciate you stepping up to the plate here. We really do hope that you are a much better producer, video editor, content creator, and all around than you are a picker, because we need that.
We need you to have it's a shit week, Adam.
I hope that I can manage to pull this one out. It'd be great if I could go even better than Randy did last week.
Randy will buy your lunch.
Tough.
If
Thank you, Adam. Appreciate you, man.
No problem. Thank y'all for having me.
Let's get out
Got
of
it.
here.
Chips with the dip. That's all I know. I don't want my chips plain. I want my chips with the dip. So bring them dips.
Bang.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy. Okay? Absolutely.
Bang.